Hello and welcome to Wealthy Money TV. Today we'll be talking about creating financial abundance. I'm Vangile Makwakwa and my guest with me today is Lerato Mmutle, and she had an amazing life-changing experience playing the rat race. So we're going to talk about how that led her to change her relationship with money. So welcome, Lerato.
Thank you, Vangile. Okay, well, the rat race, which is actually Kiyosaki, Robert, the Rich Dad Poor Dad
Yes.
author, he created this board game for money, and it was actually a controlled game. There was a financial consultant there. I was invited in this one evening to go play, and there were 5 of us around the table. And how it quickly works is that basically you get a position or a role, like secretary, doctor, etc.
Yeah.
I was secretary at the time, and you have a base income, but the objective of the game is to make passive income, to get out of the rat race. So anyway, so as we were playing, and the financial consultant took it very seriously, you could see that this was literally almost a psychological game.
Yeah.
And I kept throwing the dice, and in between is like the rat race, which is like a paycheck, and then in between paychecks there's opportunity, chance, and you can pick up a card, maybe have opportunity to buy stock, that sort of thing. So when it was time for me to reflect on my relationship with money, I realized that I was going paycheck to paycheck, didn't even make it out of the rat race at all.
Wow.
And what it did for me at the end, like the financial consultant sat with us and said, okay, how was that game for you? And I just remember going, I'm so frustrated. And says, okay, that's why money's frustrated with you.
Was it strange for you to learn that money could be frustrated with you?
It was pretty strange. I mean, I was only 22 at the time.
Wow.
So I was studying, so I was just working as extra, not really, I wasn't yet in my career. And once I learned that, I just couldn't understand. But what it did is the next week, I didn't even waste time. And I kept sitting with it, and I just literally went to the bank the week after, walked straight in, asked to speak to a consultant, sat down, and all I said was, I don't know what to do, but all I know is that I do not want to go from paycheck to paycheck. Give me some options.
Okay, and what options did they give you?
Well, considering where I was in terms of working, and I was working at a bookshop, so I wasn't exactly coining it. We started with something quite small, an endowment plan, which I started, I think it was just 200-300 rand a month, each month, and it kept growing. And so that's what I did.
Wow. So what other psychological and emotional changes did you have to make with money?
Wow. I suppose there was a lot of, what I had actually done is I actually even started a money book.
Wow. What is a money book?
So the money book was something that I started while I was there, where I would actually document how I felt about money and also write a lot of affirmations about money. Kind of like there's an abundance of money flowing into my life, and I would write them lots of times on the page over and over. And so I literally took my relationship with money as in to the next level, and made it more real by actually addressing how I felt. Another thing that also contributed was I read a Susie Ullman book. I think it was Women, Whatnot, and there was this one thing that struck me, and it was right at the beginning, and it said, think of a childhood memory, the earliest childhood memory. Just think of it, don't even try and pick it, just whatever comes up.
A childhood memory around money, right?
No, just the earliest childhood memory.
Oh, wow.
And I thought of that and said, okay, fine, you have it. Can you link that with how you feel about money? And it was so strange because I could, because the earliest childhood memory I had was of my mother going off to work and me really, really not wanting her to go to work and leaving me behind, you know, and always feeling like it's, you know, she was always going, but it was, you know, it was what she had to do, and it was fine. But it was how I felt about money, like it's there, I know it cares about me, but I want it like here, you know.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see that. It's like if there's a negative feeling around that childhood memory, that's sometimes how it's linked to how you feel about money. So.
That is incredible. When I started to change my relationship with money, I remember asking myself a simple question: if money was a lover, how would our relationship look? And then I decided to write letters to money. So I've still got most of them saved on my laptop under journals, because those became my journals, where I spent a year just writing letters to money. The shift was incredible. But with your experience, after you'd been writing all that in the money journal, did you see a shift in your external environment? Because you weren't just doing the practical, and you started with just a little in terms of savings. How did your savings and investments shift?
Well, from the time I went into the bank, I had an incredible relationship with money. Basically, I think money really started to kind of notice me and say, okay, so you can take me seriously. And I got into Ellen Gray after that, because I was Liberty Life, then I went into Ellen Gray, and then I also went into RSA bonds, which was kind of subsequent to each other. And so I ended up having quite a portfolio.
Oh wow!
And spread out the risk as well. And
yes.
It was full equity in Ellen Gray. Liberty Life was a slow growing, but I was always checking on it, and very vigilant, you know, calling my consultant, hey, why isn't this growing? And then even in my savings, being able to save so much and learning, and actually this one phrase really informed that said, poor people spend first, save later, and rich people save first, spend later.
Wow!
Which shifted everything for me. So whenever there was money, saved, then paid.
Oh,
because
wow.
it made sure that, you know, what was coming in was what was necessary.
Wow, that is incredible. So one last question. If money was a lover, I ask everyone this question, if money was a lover, how would you describe your relationship right now?
I'm still waiting for money to come back. No. Money, if money was a lover, what a very interesting question. I'm going to dream about my lover tonight. Okay, so money as a lover, and I always feel like it's the lover who loves me whether or not it's there. It's the kind of love that always makes me feel secure, even if I don't have money per se, you know, okay, cash money. I never, or at least seldom, and I try every time when I do get into a negative state or frequency, I try to move back into a bit of vibration. And that is, I always feel I can afford anything. And it's because of the way, I suppose, money loves me, you know. And I feel like we have such a bright future together, and there'll be amazing things that we want to do. So basically, money is a lover. There's many sweet things, and we dream together, and it's there when I need it. And I never really feel very strained when it comes to that. So yeah, it's almost like the ideal relationship, except sometimes I make up the stories in my head about money, you know. So wow, it's about shifting that mind state, and I think realizing that the relationship with money is in fact what you bring into it. Because money will always respond in kind. So much respect to money, I think a lot of respect around money is what actually really blossomed from that rat race game. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lerato. How can people get hold of you if they want to talk further or just find out about what you do?
They can check my website, which is www.leramu.com.
That's also on the screen right now.
And if you want, you can send a direct email to lerato@leramu.com.
and that's also at the bottom of the screen. So thank you very much, and keep watching, because the next week's episode will still be here, and we're going to have much more videos of Lerato. Thank you very much. Bye.